Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessATrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. Guys, do me a favor, take a moment out, click a like on the video. It will help out the channel grow so we could spread the word for technical analysis and an unbiased way to look at the market. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe so you could be notified when we have an upload. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend, a great 3-day rest. Let's get it, right? Let's get it. So last week we had this really big monster rally all across the board of all indexes leading up into Trump's inauguration. Excuse me. We had this big move, and the question was going into today, well, can we get a follow-through, right? Can we get a follow-through, or is it going to be one of those sell the news type of events? We actually got a little bit of both. The market gapped up pretty aggressively this morning after a pretty wild overnight session last night. Last night, the futures were up, and then they went down, and then they went up, and then they went down, and we woke up this morning, everything was up, and then right at the open, everything got pulled. Literally everything got pulled right from the word go. But the good news is the bulls defended, right? That's the bulls defended. That's a very obviously bullish thing to do. They defended, took out the previous day's highs, and today we put up another stellar effort. If you guys remember, we talked about over the weekend update how the semis are starting to wake up. And if you look at the semiconductors, right, when you do your list tonight, again, especially if you are a mega cap technology trader, this is the group that really could wake up. Again, we'll get to, the pivots in a second. The NVIDIA and the Micron that we talked about over the weekend, they did quite well. They did absolutely quite well. But before we get going, special shout out to the greatest trader on the planet, probably in the history of the world. Not Warren Buffett. Nope. Not John Templeton. Nope. Not your local 12-year-old on Twitter. Nope. Greatest trader in the world is Nancy Pelosi. And she keeps on reiterating the point how it doesn't make a difference what she puts on. She is the plug, bro. She is the plug. Nobody's afraid of jail. She's 85 years old. She doesn't care that she gets into trouble. Everything she does is the golden goose. So she did a filing over, the last couple of days. She bought this TEM. What happens this morning? TEM comes out with some news, yada, yada, yada. The stock is up 12%. If that's not coincidental or some phenomenal timing, she also sold Apple, right? Also sold Apple before, oh, by the way, Apple died, right? Apple died, got downgraded last night by Jefferies, got downgraded this morning by somebody. So her market timing is the greatest of all time. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. Shout out to Nancy Pelosi. She also obviously got back involved with the semiconductors. They're starting moving up as well. But the point here is, right? The point here is, guys, as much as, it's kind of cool, to look at somebody and go, wow, this person is great. No matter what they touch is great. Don't you want to do it for yourself? Like somebody asked me today on social media, when, we talked about, Micron was breaking out into level. Somebody asked me on social media, hey, Dan, where's the next level? Where can the stock go? And of course, I could have easily told the person the answer, but isn't it much more rewarding, guys? And this is kind of what we talk about, the difference between somebody that buys stock in a bull market versus a trader, about being, being consistent in developing your craft. Isn't it much more gratifying to look at the chart and say, well, this is where I think the stock is going to go because this is the level it can be reclaimed, right? Once supply gets taken out, stock goes higher. Once demand gets taken out, the stock goes lower. So even the moral of the story is, even if you're a part-time trader, okay, stop relying on other people, to spoon feed you. This is a stock and go here, there, the other thing. Even if you're a part-time trader, you have to put in a full-time effort. This is not the first time I said it. And again, I'm not trying to be a bad guy or being difficult. But again, if you want to do this for a living, do this for a living, right? Don't be one of these people that you need others to figure out what's happening with the stock. And unfortunately, everybody wants to be a trader, but not everybody wants to put in the work. So again, put in the work, guys. It's very, very important to understand exactly what is going on. Let me tell you what's going on. Netflix came out with earnings, right? Netflix officially kicked off earnings season for the mega cap technology names. After the close, as you can see, the stock is up north of 12%. They beat on the top line. They beat on the bottom line. There's a new buyback plan approved. There's more price hikes coming up. I think I started years ago. I think Netflix was like $8 a month. I don't even know what the hell I'm paying these days, but I love Netflix, right? And the market, obviously, Netflix likes Netflix as well. The Q&A conference call is starting. It's actually starting right now at 4:45 Eastern time. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more color. But as you can see, Netflix is going gangbusters. Okay, Netflix and chill is an understatement. Big move. It's starting to wake all the technology names again after hours. And it's very, very important to understand the dynamics, the sentiment sometimes more than the actual what the stock has. Next week, you're going to go in full bloom, guys. You're going to have Tesla, you're going to have Amazon and Apple and Microsoft and all these names. Another big story today was, number one, Trump announced there's going to be billions of dollars invested in AI, right? AI infrastructure. Remember, that's the hot word. For AI has been kind of a hot word for the last 2 years. There's no hotter word than AI. And as you can imagine, all the companies with AI infrastructure, right, went nuts. You had Oracle, right? Oracle going absolutely bonkers. Even a name like LRCX, right? LRCX of all things, which I kind of like the chart. I hate the way the stock trades, but boy, oh boy, look, I was just sitting here at supply. I really, you know what? I'm going to add this to the watch list for tomorrow, guys. Let's watch this LRCX. I know it sounds crazy, but this thing's gotten rejected twice here, right? Twice here at the 65-day supply. Man, if this thing reclaims tomorrow, maybe this thing finally wakes up. But you got that, right? You got ARM went absolutely crazy. And last but not least, NVIDIA, right? Remember we talked about NVIDIA? It needs to reclaim the 50-day. It needs to reclaim the 50-day. It needs to reclaim the 50-day. Mazel tov, right? L'chaim. Mazel tov. Finally reclaimed the 50-day. Last time we reclaimed the 50-day, I had a $9 run in 3 days. All I'm asking for, man, is just to follow through tomorrow. It's not a lot to ask for. Last time I took a macro trade overnight was last Wednesday, and Tesla decided to take a little crap on me. So hopefully it will be a little bit different, but beautiful move. Beautiful move on NVIDIA into the close. And hopefully tomorrow, if it could take out today's channel, we'll start expanding its cycle as well. So again, bullish start to President Trump's second term, right? Number 47 is in the captain's seat. Let's see if he does a little bit better than he did when he was 45. Again, for me, I don't care who's president, but again, I always vote Republican just because it kind of aligns to my personal life situation. So hopefully he will do a great job for everybody. You could be a Democrat, Republican, Independent. We're all Americans, right? We're all Americans. So now we have to cheer that he does an exceptional job for all of us, right? All of us, so we can be happy. So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Today, we had some pretty solid moves. Again, you don't need a lot. That's the point. You don't need a lot when you're trading mega cap technology. These things go in dollars. They don't go in pennies. They go in dollars. So this was our prime focus today. NVIDIA, 138.75 and the pre-market highs of 139.27 needs to confirm. That's the 3-star play. Once it reclaims the 140 level, that's the 5-star play. And NVIDIA went pretty aggressively towards the afternoon. It reclaimed this whole 38.75, reclaimed the 50-day moving average, went as high as 41.80s, right now trading around 41.30s after hours. Guys, watch this thing for a day two. If NVIDIA could get back above today's channel for day two, well, the next area of supply is 144 and then 146. They were coming for the weekly 42.5s, 145s, and next month's, right? Next month's The 221 expiration, a guy came in for 800,000 for the 150 calls. I'm pretty confident to say it's probably in line with its earnings date. But again, beautiful move on NVIDIA. CVNA, I'm still watching, never confirmed. Talk about, guys, you want to talk about how technical analysis is specific, right? So check this out. Marvel 2616 needs to confirm, right? Look at the high today. Tell me technical analysis is not specific. So 2616 needs to confirm. Look at today's highs, 126.11. Guys, there's nothing random about technical analysis. The faster you understand this, the faster you'll really appreciate why stocks go and why stocks don't. So again, we are still watching this thing for the next couple of days. Micron was awesome today. Congratulations to all you guys who caught Micron. 106.75 needs to build. Look at Micron. What a monster. So Micron had a channel distribution of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, right? Almost 2 weeks. It finally got above the 65. That's where, you remember a couple minutes ago, I was talking about LRCX. If it could confirm the 65, it's the same setup. It's literally the same setup here. So MU finally got above the 106.75 and traded to the next supply of 110.25. Now the question is, can it get above this whole big move that went all the way back to September? Again, to be determined, but gorgeous move. 106.75 all the way up to 110 and change. Beautiful move there. I literally missed, what was it now? The $15 bounce on Tesla. I was watching for the 405.80 bounce. It traded 406.30s, and now the stock is at 424. Tell me it's not a game of inches. Also, RKLB never got there. I actually like this RKLB. I'll give you guys some stocks I like for tomorrow. NVIDIA is going, blah, 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 blah. 140, 150s is today's measured potential. It overshot that a little bit. 140, 180s. My highest sale was 140, 160. So let's see if we can get a day 2 push tomorrow. So let me give you guys some ideas for tomorrow. Might as well. Let's start off with LRCX. Let's watch this thing. If there is a day 2 for these semis, let's see if it could clear out the 65-day moving average. That looks pretty good. If it could just get back above the 65-day EMA, which already got rejected twice, this thing could wake up. Again, is this the easiest trading stock in the world? No, that's the point. If you ever want to trade a semi and you want to trade LRCX, trade NVIDIA. If you want to trade Avago, trade NVIDIA. If you want to trade ARM, trade NVIDIA. So you always want to get that, you always want to get that liquidity-based trade. But having said that, beautiful chart, beautiful setup. So let's definitely keep an eye on that. Look at Reddit. Reddit got an upgrade today, stopped perfectly on its linear regression line. Again, this is kind of the whole point of these lines that new traders sometimes turn and saying they're irrelevant, right? You notice how it keeps on stopping at the line, right? So it needs to get back above the line. And if it does, this thing could really shoot out. OKLO looks like it's ready. OKLO had a big move. You guys remember we had a big breakout here in the beginning of the year. Watch this thing. Keep an eye on this thing. Starts taking out January's highs. This thing can go. RKLB, I think. Again, I don't remember every single news thing. I think RKLB got set off. It's actually called Rocket Lab. It got set off because I think they were talking about some space stuff, some Mars stuff. I don't know. Look at the news. But this thing went nuts today. Let's watch this thing for tomorrow. Let's see if it continues tomorrow through today's channel. Obviously, NVIDIA, day 2 would be wonderful. And you know what, guys? Let's watch Tesla. Here's the reason why, right? Here's the reason why. If you guys notice, for the last week or so, it's been doing the complete opposite of what it's done the last day, right? So here's a day of strength. And then the next day they sell off. Here's a day of strength. The next day it sell off. Let's see if that pattern continues, right? Let's see if that pattern continues. Let's see if it could take out today's channel. If it does take out today's channel, let's see if it could test last Friday's high. So hopefully everybody got a great start to their week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for all you guys who are attending the webinar. And if you like to see if pivots are a great fit for you, click the link below. All it takes is 30 days to see if the shoe fits the right size. Guys, God bless everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. And with God's help, I'll see you all on the field tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.